Здравствуйте, уважаемые студенты! Вас приветствует преподаватель биологии строительно-технологического колледжа города Кокшетау при управлении Акмолинской области Солопова Алена Юрьевна. Тема сегодняшнего занятия The Structure of Nerve Cells – структура нервных клеток. На сегодняшнем занятии мы узнаем о взаимосвязи между строением нервной клетки и функцией нервной клетки. Попытаемся проанализировать функции нервной ткани и ее структурных компонентов, а также познакомимся с основными определениями нервной клетки на английском языке. Дорогие студенты, в течение урока в правом верхнем углу вы будете видеть глоссарий, в котором даны основные определения на английском языке с переводом на русский язык. Давайте же начнем наше занятие. Let's start our lesson. A neuron is a structural and functional unit of the nerve system. Neurons are the active component of the nerve system. Neurons communicate with each other as well as with other cells through electrical signals, which in turn allows elector organs to respond to the apposite stimuli. There are about 25 billion nerve cells in the human body. Nerve cells may be described as receivers and transmitters of information that allow an organism to respond appropriately. In the human body, the nerve system, which consists of the central and peripheral nerve system, is said to contain about many individual nerves. Each of the nerves is made up of several parts that enable them to perform their function. In short, a nerve cell or neurons is the basic functional unit of the nerve system. The nerve cells, also called the neuron, is the smallest functional unit of the nerve system. It consists of three parts: cell body, also called soma, dendrites, and axon. A neuron consists of body with a diameter from 3 to 130 microns, a nucleus, and also processes. There are two types of processes: dendrites and axons. The cell body contains the nucleus, which has a large vesicular form and is located in the center of the cell body. The perikaryon is the trophic center of the nerve system. The cytoplasm surrounding the nucleus houses many different cell organelles, typical ones being the lysosome, mitochondria, and the Golgi apparatus. Free ribosomes, which serve as the site of protein synthesis and decytosis, clusters of the roof endoplasmic reticulum, and also be found in the cell body. An axon is usually a long process, adapted to conducted excitation from the body of a neuron. Dendrites as usually short and highly branched process that serve as the main place of formation of inhibitory synapses that affect the neuron. The main purpose of dendrites is receiving information from other nerve cells. The axonal function is to conduct nerve impulses to another neurons. The myelin sheath is the electrically insulating sheath that covers the axons and many neurons. The myelin sheath is formed by glia cells. In the peripheral nervous system, Schwann cells. In the central nervous system, oligodendrocytes. A synapse is a point of contact between two neurons or between a neuron and an actor cell receiving a signal. It is used for transmitting a nerve impulse between two cells, and during synaptic transmission, and amplitude and frequency of the signal can be regulated. The synapses consist of two parts: the presynaptic, formed by a club-shaped extension of the end of the axons of the transmitting cell, and the postsynaptic, represented by the contracting section of the cytoplasm of the receiving cell. The main function of neurons is to receive, transform, and transmit information encoded as electrical signals, propagating through the process of the neuron. They are involved in the signal reception, integration of the incoming signal, as well as communication of the signal. Here, the different parts of cell, for example cell body, dendrites, axons, play different roles which don't allow the cell as a whole of effectively carry out its function. Classification of neurons depending on the functions. There are three types of neurons: motor neurons, sensitive neurons, insertion neurons. Sensitive, afferent, centripetal neurons are excited by external influence and transmit an impulse from the periphery to the central nervous system. Motor afferent or centrifugal neurons transmit a nerve signal from the central nervous system to the muscle and glands. Nerve cells that receive extraction from other neurons and transmit it also to nerve cells are called insertion nerves, interneurons. Morphological classification of neurons. There are four types of neurons: axonic, bipolar, unipolar, multipolar. Axonic neurons have more than two processes, but axons cannot be distinguished from dendrites. Bipolar neurons have two processes separated by the cell body. Unipolar neurons have a single process with the cell body situated to the one side. Multipolar neurons have more than two processes. There are a single axon and multiple dendrites. In the normal state of the body, neurons can live and function for a very long time. Unfortunately, it happens that they begin to die. There may be many reasons for the destruction of nerve fiber, but the mechanism of their destruction is not fully understood. It was found that nerve cells die by hypoxia, neural networks collapse with individual brain injuries, a person loses memory, or loses the ability to store information. The death of the nerve cells occurs during alkalization of the individual. Home task. Задание для обратной связи. Первое задание. Используя рисунок, вам нужно записать структурные части нейрона на английском языке. Задание под номером 2. Установить соответствие между типом отростка нейрона и их строением и функциями. На этом наш урок подходит к концу. Давайте проведем рефлексию. Answer the questions. Ответим на вопросы. What was the most interesting? Что было самым интересным на уроке? What was the most useful? Что было самым полезным? I still don't understand. Я до сих пор не понимаю. И запишите что. Dear students, thank you for your attention. Дорогие студенты, спасибо за внимание.